one.
Hi. Welcome back, Patriots, to another fun-filled episode of Painting in the New World Order. I am Phil Lobo. Ladies and gentlemen, the sky is falling. I'm going to show you some footage from a few weeks ago. While rehearsing the show, we spotted about a half dozen crisscrossing sky tracks overhead being laid out by unmarked planes at high altitude. These tracks slowly expanded in the sky for a few hours, eventually forming cirrus-like clouds. This same phenomenon is happening in populated areas all across the country and around the globe. These mystery sky tracks have infamously been named Chemtrail.
Did I mention that it's toxic chemicals these planes are spraying?
Yes, it's true. These innocent, even pretty-looking trails in the sky are the result of a deadly chemical aerosol being sprayed into our atmosphere. Chemtrails are real, and they are just one of many soft-kill weapons being used against the public by the New World Order elites. Every day we're being poisoned in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the medicines we take. It's all part of a massive worldwide eugenics operation to keep the human population sick, dumbed down, sterile, and easy to enslave. And on that note, I'll shut the f*** up now. Let's paint. Now let's ninja warp over to the canvas and get started. Okay, let's get started. I got a standard 16 by 20 inch canvas that I've covered with a thin, even coat of liquid white. And that's just to make the canvas all slick and ready to go for us. Start with a 2-inch brush, and we're going to dip into the phthalo blue. Just load the tips of those bristles right there. Okay, we're going to come up here, and you just want to start at the top, paint X's up here, crisscross strokes, and go across the top first, and then you'll gradually pull this paint down towards the horizon, and that'll mix with the liquid white, and it should get lighter towards the horizon. Okay, you just lightly come across and blend it all together. Okay, using the same brush, dirty brush, I'm gonna come up in here and we're gonna lay in some water at the bottom. And you wanna use strokes from the outside in, because if you started painting like on the canvas and you pull inward, you're gonna leave vertical marks right there that are pretty hard to get out. And again, on this side, same thing. And I'm going to leave the middle part uncovered and just leave these streaks of blue coming into here just you know, the sparkle coming right through the lake right here. Okay, just lightly, just blend all that. And there you go, that easy, sky, water, boom. All right, we're going to wash this brush and I'm going to dip it into the paint thinner. And there's a little screen at the bottom here that I'm washing the bristles on. Then we just let the excess drip off. Okay, and then we just shake off the excess paint thinner in this bucket. And we just beat the crap out of it on this leg right here. Ah! Okay, that's it. Dry it off. We'll take the fan brush and we're going to do some clouds up in the sky and chemtrails. So here's the trick. Take the fan brush, go straight into the titanium white. You want to just load these bristles up right here. All right, come up in here and using small circles. Clouds are really free, so you just want to let them run wherever. And use tight circles. Take a dry 2-inch brush, and you just want to blend the bottoms of this right here. And you want to leave the tops untouched. Just blend the bottoms right here. And then you just come in, fluff that up. Barely touching. Caress the canvas, and lightly come across. There you go. There's a basic cloud shape right there. We can lay in a second layer on top of it using the same strokes, tight circles. 2-inch brush again. Just blend the bottoms out right here. And then just fluff this up. Lightly come across. There you go. Instant clouds. Boom. All right, let's have some fun. We're gonna paint some chemtrails. You heard me. Same technique. Fan brush into the titanium white. Load that up. Now we want to come in here, and they have grid patterns in the sky, the chemtrails. So you kind of just want to do like parallel lines or crisscrossing clouds up here. So I'm going to start with the chemtrails that have been sitting in the sky for like 2 hours. What happens is these chemicals get sprayed out of these planes at high speed, at high altitude, and they sit up in the sky, and because they're in a grid pattern, these chemtrails collide, expand, and they just join together, and they form this cloud canopy in the sky of basically shit that we breathe in the air. All right, come up here again. We're just gonna add another. That's it. I'm just wiggling back and forth with the fan brush right here. Okay, take your 2-inch brush again. I'm just gonna blend from side to side. And there you go. Look at that. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep repeating the same process. We're just gonna keep creating these crisscrossing chemtrails in the sky. Okay, I'm gonna take my knife now, go into the white. So I'll pull that flat and cut across. And we want a little roll of paint, maybe come across right here. There you go. Grab some black, the liner brush. So a lot of times you'll see unmarked military jets spraying chemtrails in the air in these grid-like patterns.
Now I know what some of you are thinking. Lobo, you crazy conspiracy theorist fart bag. Those are commercial jets. And those are contrails that they're making in the sky. Well, I'm going to show you some video footage, and you tell me if these are contrails or chemicals being sprayed. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Gonna grab the knife and let's make ourselves a mountain. We're gonna go into the black, brown, maybe some blue, just a bunch of dark stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna do something special with the mountains today. I'm gonna grab a little white, mix it with this dark color down here, just line it up just probably 3-4 steps in value right here. That looks good. Okay. Now you want to pull the paint flat, cut across like that. And you want a little roll of paint on the edge of the knife. Okay, so now we come up here, and this will be a mountain range in the background a little bit. And we made it lighter in value so it looks like a little farther away once we blend it out. Whatever shape of the mountain you want, you use your knife and just cut it in there. And what I'm doing here is shaping this mountain range in the Sierra Nevada is called the Minarets. And that's near Mammoth Mountain up there. My wife and I are avid campers and hikers, and we go up in the mountains a lot. So I love painting this stuff right here. Dirty 2-inch brush. You just want to grab the paint and pull it like this. And this is how you start shaping the mountain here. You just want to blend this out at the bottom. Keep it really light. There you go. Take the knife again. Now we want to take the real dark color, pull it out flat again, cut across, and we're going to set in another range of mountains in front of this. You just want to shape the tops of the mountain only. Maybe this comes up in here. There you go. Give it a little wiggle just to add those jagged edges. I'm just grabbing excess paint because all we care about is the top right here. Take the 2-inch brush. You want to grab the paint and pull it down. And this is how you start shaping this big old mountain. Just create a flow right here. Okay, now you want to blend the bottoms. I want to create it, just keep it misty down here. The wife Ladybug has highly recommended that I go back in here and fix these minaret mountains back here. They're really jagged peaks, and you usually see them in the background. Okay, we're going to take the small knife now. We're going to come to the straight titanium white, pull it out flat, come across. And we're going to come up here, and we're going to start laying in the highlights. And you just want to come up here and it's not even touching the canvas, just let the paint come off the knife, and you just want it to break. And we want it to break because it'll make these little holes in the paint, and it gives it that illusion that there's a bunch of rocks and deep shadows from all these craters and little boulders in there. Again, and you want to follow the flow that you've created when you pulled the paint down. And look at these little arms on the left side, these little things jutting out. You can do these cool things. Just come in here with highlight. Maybe you can create a little glacier up in here. Watch this. Using the back side of my knife, just come back and forth like that. Wherever. Check it. Check it. Take a little white and some blue, and we're going to paint the shadow side of these peaks here. Now, anywhere you see a white highlight on this mountain, you just want to come in here and give it something to support it. Again, just come up in here. Anywhere you see white highlight, come in here with the shadow color. And again, follow the flow. Even on this back side, shadow's going that way. Here's a neat trick. If you want to add some deep shadows on the shadow side, come in here with some straight black. Same principle, just let the paint break. And here and there you can add like really dark shadows with the black. Okay, now take a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and you just want to tap the base of these hills, these mountains. Now you just want to gently lift up. That'll fluff up the base and create more mist down there for you. Boom, look at that. Okay, now we're going to take the big knife, go into this black color again, and we're going to mix it with green a lot. I'm going to make a big old pile, so just grab a healthy amount of black, mix it with the green, and we're going to be forming these background trees. Okay, and if you want to mix it heavily, scoop it all up, flip it over, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no! Now we're going to take some white, and we're just going to lighten the value for some trees way in the background. Just grab this dirty fan brush, load up the bristles. You kind of want to give it a wiggle too, just to bring it to a nice chisel point. And you see, you want to go like that. because we're gonna do vertical strokes. Okay, we're gonna do background like pine trees. So the trick is to hold it vertically, and you just wanna touch it, push downward firmly, like that. And you're just creating tops of trees right here. You wanna come down here into the light misty areas, and we're just creating the farthest back layer of trees. Okay, now you want to take a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and you want to blend the bottoms of these just by tapping the base. And lightly blend upwards. This creates a row of trees way in the distance. And we're just mixing the next step in value. We want to make it just a hair darker than the last set. We'll create another row of trees, and it'll look like it's even closer. You want to create all these little treetops with this downward stroke. And while I work on this row of trees, we're going to show you some pictures from our recent hikes this year from various national parks. We were up in the Sierras, Yosemite National Park. We also got to visit Colorado, up in Aspen, the Maroon Bells, and we also got to pass through Utah. So there's a lot of beauty out there, and I highly recommend everyone to turn off the television, load up the car, and just hit the road, and just have yourself a grand old time in this beautiful country of ours. And you just want to blend the bottoms, firmly tapping the 2-inch brush right into the canvas. Gently lift upwards. That'll create the illusion of mist and just distance with these trees. Now we want to create the illusion of a lake down here. So I'm going to grab the paint and pull it straight down. And we're creating the illusion of reflection in this water down here. Now lightly come across right here. Gently, just 2 hairs and some air. And there you go, you have instant reflections into a lake. And for the added effect, take a little liquid white, come in here with this small knife, pull it out flat, cut across. You want a little roll of paint on the edge of the knife. You want to come up in here and just firmly, you're trying to cut a hole in the canvas, just go straight across, create a water line here at the tree line's edge. Okay, there you go, we got our background tree set in. We're going to go to a station break right now, and on our break I'm going to show you a little clip of our dogs. We have 2 beagles named Titty and Kaka. Anyway, if you're up on a hike and you're with your dog and your dog gets attacked by a little 25-pound loudmouth beagle, then it's probably us, so stop by and say hi. Don't be shy. Nope. Okay, welcome back to Chemtrail National Park. We're gonna do some happy little trees now. Come along. We're gonna do some big, like evergreens over here on the left side. Just load these bristles up. Come up on this left side, wherever you think this big old, I think it's gonna be, dude, right here, dude. Okay, start with the trunk, and now we wanna turn it sideways and just tap side to side. And as you go down, you want to increase firmness and you want to get wider until you get to the base down here. Okay, and again, his best friend lives right here. Just gonna tap. Okay, I'm just coming in here and just punching some some land down, goes down in here, and tap horizontally this way, side to side. And as you come down, your strokes get wider and harder. You want to firmly push into the canvas a little more as you come down here. So take the big knife, just take some of this color from before, the white and this dark sienna. I'm just going to pull it flat, cut across. We're going to come up in here and we're going to show the indication of some tree trunks. Just touch it. Just touch. There you go. There you go. Maybe some in the background right here. Okay, now take the same dirty fan brush with that dark color on it, and we're going to go straight into the cad yellow. And when that dark color mixes with the yellow, you get this gorgeous green color, and we're going to use that as the highlights for the trees. I'm going to add a little paint thinner, because the golden rule when you're painting with this technique is that a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. And we're thinning the yellow, the green color down here. And we just want to come in, just tap, push upward, wherever you think the highlights would be. Don't overdo it. Just here and there, just add highlights on the way down. And you just want to get it darker, darker, darker as you get to the bottom. I think they're married, these two right here. But they're a young couple, look at them. Just chilling, chilling. Now I'm gonna take the knife, I'm gonna paint something special for you. This will be a special tree. And I'm using the knife, got some of that dark color on the edge, and I'm just going straight up and down. And I'm just painting a post right here. And if you've ever seen on the side of the freeway, they got these fake trees and they're cell phone towers. I've read that there's an idea that because there's a lot of heavy metals in the chemtrails, it gets absorbed into our bodies. We basically become more conductive and receptive to various frequencies from radio waves that are getting pumped into the atmosphere. So there's an idea that they can broadcast certain frequencies at us to control our moods, they'll give us headaches, ailments, all kinds of stuff. And they're doing it through the use of cell phone towers. So I thought I'd just paint this in here for you, just to add to the whole chemtrail theme and ambiance. Okay, so now fan brush in the dark color again, and we're just gonna paint reflection in the water here with these trees over here. Downward tap, and you don't have to throw in, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, take the 2-inch brush, we wanna just take it, grab it, pull it straight down, and lightly come across here. We have an instant reflection there. What I'm gonna do is just fill in the rest, take this dark color on the 2-inch brush. Just basically just punch in the rest of this landmass right here. Okay, now just like the trees, I'm gonna take the 2-inch brush, dipped it in a little paint thinner, and we have that dark color on the 2-inch brush, and we're gonna mix it with this cad yellow. Also, we have these other colors down here. We got yellow ochre to the left and some bright red also. And don't be shy, just start playing around with these colors, and you're gonna get these great, fantastic colors to paint in a little meadow over here. So just come up here and just tap, touch. You want to work in layers, so the next layer is here. Just touch, comes all the way down. Same thing, take a dry 2-inch brush, pull straight down, lightly, come across, and then take your knife, the liquid white, cut across. You got a little roll of paint, and you're just going to scratch in a water line straight across here. And you can take the spear tip of that knife and just scratch in the indication of sticks and twigs right up in these dark areas here. It's a nice sneaky way to just throw in some little woodsy looking things down there. Okay, I'm just gonna take the 2-inch brush, go back in this dark color, and just load up these bristles. Just gonna build some meadows back here. Okay, just fill this in. You don't have to be super detailed at all. We're just underpainting this meadow, so just fill it in with all this dark color and just get your aggression out and Okay, again, we're taking the 2-inch brush. We dipped into paint thinner. We're just going into the yellow, and the yellow ochre, and the bright red again. Just touch. Just go in layers. Follow the lay of the land. Just tap. You can give your brush slight little turns, and you can create all kinds of different slopes. And again, you can take your knife point and just scratch in little sticks and twigs in the dark areas here and there. Okay, one last thing, we're gonna wrap this puppy. We're gonna do a giant tree right here. So you just wanna come to the dark color with the knife and pull it flat. And I want a giant roll of paint on there, like this. Now be brave, we're gonna choose a spot. Whoa! Okay, right. Oh shit! Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what I'm gonna do here with this, dude, I got a lot of black left, so here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do a giant dead tree. Because of all the chemical spraying and everything, this tree's had enough. Okay, just using all this dark color, just creating a giant trunk. I gotta show you guys really quick. We went up to the Bristlecone Pine National Forest up in the Sierra Nevadas, and you had trees up there that were just so gorgeous. They were 5,000 years old, 10,000, how old?
Yeah, they're 3,000 to 5,000 years old. They're the oldest living organism on our planet.
Okay, I'm going to take some white and yellow ochre, lay in some bark. Just add more detail to this bark. Now we're taking the liner brush, taking the paint thinner, and just roll the tip of the liner brush in the color. Kind of helps to twist the point, twirl the brush, your fingertips when you're doing these branches. You can just randomly drop these in here, right there. And as we wind down, I just want to thank you all for tuning in yet again. It encourages me to do more for y'all, and I really encourage you to take these topics that we talk about on the show and just do your own research at home. There's plenty of info on chemtrails, and just know that we're getting poisoned in our food, water, air, in our medicines. Okay, boom, another success on painting in the New World Order. Thanks for joining me yet again. We'll see you again soon. Till then, stand tall, stand together, America. Victory. Salamat.